There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. Oh, 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 we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
Sa tingin ko, natalo kami dun sa TME dahil na-outscale kami ng comp ng kalaban namin. Kung tinapos namin ng mas mabilis yung laban, pwede pa sana namin ipanalo yung laban na yun. Handa na po akong kalabanin si Lando at ipakita ko sa kanya na mas magaling po ako na top laner kahit sa kanya.
And there you have it, we heard from Suzaku. Magandang hapon mga Summoners! Maligayang pagbabalik dito sa 2018 Bacchus Pro Gaming Series Spring Split, kung saan natin makikita ang maglalaban ngayon. Of course, for match 1, it's gonna be all hail, #all hail Imperium Pro Team versus the New Bloods, BRE Rage Esports. Pero bago natin pag-usapan yan, syempre, pakilala muna kami bilang casters nyo. I'm Marty Cat, your service friend, at syempre kasama ko ngayon si Chisto.
Yeah, and saktong-sakto Sabado ngayon. So, kung wala kang pasok and fan ka ng esports, oras mo na manood, dito lang. Pero, excited nga ako sa first match, and of course, it is IPT versus BRE Rage Esports, and I really like this matchup.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, because the way I look at it, kumbaga, IPT, they're almost like esports royalty for League of Legends Philippines. Yeah. So, sobrang established na nila, not just as a brand, even some of the players have been in the scene, napakatagal na. You have players like Light, like Hate, and I think I mentioned this nung week 2 na ito yung mga players na hinahangaan ko, kasi across all seasons, sila yung players in a way that could stand the test of time. Whatever changes happens in the meta, nakakasabay pa rin sila even as they grow older. Because yun ang naging problem ng mga ibang veterans ngayon na hindi nila kaya makipagsabayan as the seasons go by. Pero these players on the IPT have clearly shown na regardless of the splits that have passed, andun pa rin yung lakas nila and talent nila as players.
Yeah, and I think sobrang importante yun kung pro player ka na kahit ano pa yung meta, kahit ano pa yung kayang iba tong pagbabago ng Riot sa'yo, kaya mo talaga mag-adapt, and I think it shows na IPT kayang-kaya nilang gawin yun. And for BRE as well, sila yung new bloods dito. Parang looking at this, parang yung IPT yung mga panganay, kasi sila na yung matagal sa PGS, tapos yung BRE sila yung bunso. Sila yung papasok pa lang, and alam naman yung mga bunso gusto nila lagi mag-compete sa panganay, gusto nilang talunin, very competitive yan, and I think that's a good analogy para sa matchup ngayon.
And I guess overall, it's gonna be ang laking test nito para sa BRE Rage Esports, because nakita naman natin sa standings, they're currently sitting at the bottom, especially, hindi ako nagkakamali, Infuse yung kasunod nila, because Infuse, they've had a successful match kagabi versus Naga Esports, so medyo kailangan na rin mag-pick up ng speed tong BRE, lalo na week 3 na tayo. We're already passing week 1 and week 2 na medyo feeling out phase pa, easing into PGS.
Lalo na kung bago ka. Yeah.
Exactly.
Pero yun nga, gaya na sinabi mo, kailangan na nila magsimula kung gusto nilang umabot dun sa playoff stage, kung gusto nilang mag-compete para dun. Of course, 8 teams but only 6 will make it into the playoffs. And syempre yung BRE, hindi sila papatalo. Ayaw nila na nasa last place sila. Kailangan nilang habulin yung Infuse, kailangan nilang umakyat sa standings, and they're facing IPT. Mahirap to para sa kanila, pero feeling ko doable.
Definitely.
Nothing's impossible. Especially pag naglaro na kayo, talagang kahit ano pwede mangyari.
Tsaka, it's interesting na magkasama tayong dalawa for this particular game 1.
Yes.
Kasi kilala naman natin pareho. We've worked with most of the players na nasa BRE ngayon. And
you work with players sa IPT.
Oh yeah, actually, I've worked with Ivalis as well as yung sub nila, si MJ. So, there is that depth of we know the players and what their mentalities are, kung yung habits nila, and kung ano yung nakikita natin kayang maabot ng talent nila. So, ito, gaya nga nang nakita natin ulit sa standings ngayon, it'll all come down to whether or not Barca XRH Esports can make the climb. Kasi, it's pretty much automatic na most of the teams that enter the PGS as fresh talent or the underdogs talaga. So, makikita natin as we head on in just a bit. Nakikita natin ngayon yung match up rundown sa screen natin. BRE gonna stick to their guns. We'll be sticking to the same players. Same goes for IPT going into game 1.
Yeah, pero balik tayo sa sinabi mo yung mga habits nila. Panoorin natin yung week 2 na Barca na parang meron silang habit na palagi sila napipick off and I think that really hindered their progress na it led to them not winning the series. Hopefully, para sa week 3 nakapag-adjust na sila and mas compact na sila maglaro, yung wala na nahuhuli, mas makapag-setup sila and I really think na they've had enough time to adjust and makikita natin ngayon yung improvements ng Barca XRG Sports.
Let's go ahead and talk about yung importance ng players in terms of what practice that they get. Because if I'm not mistaken, tinitingnan ni Chisto kanina actually yung challenger ladder natin kasi bagong season. So, interesting. Why don't you share with our viewers kung ano yung findings mo?
Actually, check the challenger and sa top 10, meron akong dalawa at least na player ng Barca na nandun sa top 10 ng ladder. So, if you're from the Philippines, they're the top players here, definitely. Pero looking at IPT, they play on the Korean server. I actually talked to a few of their players and shinare nila na madalas sila maglaro on the Korean server and arguably, that's the toughest server to play on and to practice on. Marami kang matututunan, especially from Koreans. So, just comparing, both of them play a lot. So, looking at that, feeling ko talaga very competitive to match ito.
Very. And we'll just have to see, will the achievement of being the top in the Philippines match to that of players that get their experience from the Korean server or just from an international standpoint in general.
Yeah, pero nasa Pilipinas nga tayo. So, maybe yun yung advantage.
True. I'm glad that you brought that up kasi based on experience rin, may mga times na nung hawak ko pa nung active pa kami sa PGS ng Emperor Esports,
parang ang lungkot mo sinabi.
Oo nga eh. Parang, way back in the day, nung bata pa ako. Pero, doon ko na-realize na there could be, it's double-edged in a way na when you scrim with international teams because towards the end of the split, yun yung medyo na-start na namin i-dive. We were able to scrim with teams from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Indonesia. So, magandang experience siya because you get a grasp of different regions. Pero, iba pa rin syempre if you're scrimming against, let's say, Korean players, Chinese players, or Vietnamese probably.
Yeah, kasi syempre yung gagawin nila in Korea, ibang-iba sa gagawin ng mga naglalaro dun sa Pilipinas. Sobrang different nung solo queue. Sobrang iba yung gagawin ng players, iba yung tendencies nila, iba yung galaw nila. Ibang-iba talaga yung galaw nila and
exactly.
Maybe that could be the factor here. Let's see, as we head straight into the drafting phase, ano kayang strategies ang ibabato ng bawat team sa isa't isa?
At syempre, para sa mga summoners na nanonood ngayon, let us know what your thoughts din on how this pick and ban phase is going to go. Whether ba nanonood kayo sa Facebook Live or sa gaming.youtube.com/page Garena/live. Kung di ako nagkakamali, kasama nyo ngayon si Oppo Vulcan sa YouTube chat natin ngayon. So, yun. Chill lang kayo and let us know your thoughts as we go along with kung ano ang ifi-field ng IPT tsaka ng BRE going into Game 1.
Yeah, pero looking at what has been banned here, we are on patch 8.2 so I'm seeing bans that are OP on patch because Nunu very strong on 8.2. Sobrang bilis niya mag-clear ng jungle and sobrang ganda ng objective ko nila. Si Giovanni as well, banned out by Barca XRG Esports. That means there are less options to engage but with that, IPT will be hovering over this Camille, which I really like in the meta. Could go top lane, could also be flex pick into jungle. We saw Jun from Mineski play the Camille in jungle. Even though hindi sila nanalo, Camille is sort of the most popular jungler in Korea at the moment, in Korean solo queue. So maybe this is IPT's Korean practice showing up, but we still don't know. Suzuku can't play this. It is the type of champion na gusto niya laruin, split pushers, and we'll see how BRE responds to this.
Exactly, but with the response, looks like safer route muna sila. Gonna be going with the bot lane picks for both Lyre and Shanna. Varus and Lulu respectively won't be responding to the Camille pick just yet. Kasi gaya nga ng sabi ni Chisto, there is that flex potential, so a little bit safer.
Yeah, pero titingnan ko yung na-lock in ng BRE dito. Gusto ko yung Varus. I think he's one of, if di not strongest AD carry in the meta. He provides a lot of late game DPS, that option to engage. Pero I'm questioning the Lulu pick. Because I don't think Lulu is that strong at the moment. I think something like a Braum would have fit the Varus better, more follow-up for your team. And Lulu really doesn't provide as much as Braum in the current meta. So I'm really questioning Lulu to see how it works out for BRE. But IPT pick up a power bot lane. It's Kalista Thresh. The amount of kill pressure that this bot lane has is scary. If you get hooked, you're gonna get played back for sure. And if Hate is able to stack his rend on you, you're just gonna get popped.
Exactly. I mean, in the midst of everything though, with both marksmen locking in their picks, it's actually interesting na lock in tong Kalista and Varus because it brings me back to what we were discussing earlier about a lot of these players from RCX Esports being at the top of the challenger ladder right now. And one of the players that people respect kahit di masyadong nag-translate ng previous split is yung prowess ni Liar as an AD carry. Na there's been this talk about once you really get him going, he's really a force to be reckoned with. Pero for some reason, it doesn't necessarily translate as solid ngayong nasa PGS na siya. Although, undeniably, nagkaroon siya ng mga shining moments these past few weeks. Especially nitong week 2, wherein BRE was able to get that one win. Pero it all comes down to yung bigger question na can players coming from solo queue, from 5v5 flex, mata-translate ba nila yung galing nila from solo queue to pro?
Tignan natin to. Mukhang mag-jungle Camille si Ivalice for IPT because Kennen can't jungle, Zoe can't jungle. It's for sure na hindi yung Kalista o Thresh yung mag-jungle. So I think it's safe to say na Suzaku will be playing the Kennen. It's up in the air still kung he'll build AP or AD. We've seen both of those builds be very effective on Kennen. But for sure, we're gonna see a jungle Camille, and I really like the similarities in junglers here. Camille can lock you down in her Extec ultimatum. Jarvan as well, Cataclysm. It's like both teams have the similar options, but it's about how you use those options, kung paano mo gagamitin yun.
Speaking of options, RCX Esports, as far as the composition, this is very BRE-esque in the sense na every single champion na nakita kong na pili ng BRE, it's something you'd expect the player to use, like Lando on the Fiora. Jaime was known for his LeBlanc when he was in the collegiate scene. And Shanna pretty much, Lulu, for those that are familiar with Shanna nung nasa semi-pro pa siya.
Yeah, pero gusto ko yung point na sinabi mo about Jaime in the collegiate scene where sometimes the LCL is a good scouting ground for pro players. Pero even though you have a reputation, kahit na sikat ka sa LCL, even though you're a champion, it doesn't always translate na you'll perform well in the pro scene. I mean, tignan natin kahapon, si Iko, si Nip, LCL champions, pero Naga didn't win.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Will Jaime continue that trend? Or will he show that he has made the transition to pro?
And I guess that's something that Jaime will indeed have to prove as we head on in just a bit. Nakikita nga natin ngayon, IPT win ba or BRE win? At syempre, abangan niyo rin ang ating promos as we head on to the Rift in just a little bit to discuss it a bit more in depth. And there you have it, folks. Dito natin malalaman, will BRE be able to prove themselves worthy of their spot in the PGS as they face off Esports Royalty Imperium Pro Team? Let's find out. Match 1, Game 1. Here we go for the Bacchus Pro Gaming Series.
Yeah, and yun nga, if you are BRE right now, comfort pick sila lahat. Alam na alam nila gamitin lahat ng champions na to. So we'll see. Kaya ba nila mag-perform? Kasi feeling ko talaga pagpasok mo sa game, regardless ng dinala mo sa champ select, regardless ng mga nakuha nyo, kapag di nyo alam gamitin, di talaga kayo, di kayo aasenso.
Pero, bago yan, I think it's a good time to bring up. Kasi sa nakikita ko, may mga potential tayong champions na a lot for both sides na pwedeng maka-triple, maka-quadra, maka-penta, which is very apt para sa promo ng PGS ngayon. Thrill of the Hunt, wherein kapag may player sa Summoner's Rift sa mga matches natin across the board, per instance na maka-triple kill, quadra kill, pentakill, Baron Steel or Dragon Steel, may katumbas na premyo yan para sa kills natin. It will award mystery gifts depending on which cumulative kill is reached. And para naman sa Baron Steel at Dragon Steel, sa mga malulupit na kaya mag-steal on the Rift, whether smite ba yan or simpleng auto-attack, Kamtumbas niyan, Hextech Bundle.
Yeah, pero syempre, kailangan mo na abangan. Kailangan nyo panoorin yung game kung gusto nyo ma-avail yung promo na yun. Kailangan nyo abangan na makita yung players gawin tong malulupit na plays na yan.
Speaking of makita, isa pang promo natin actually is the Unlock and Win. Kung saan, the more viewers, the merrier. Kung nga sinasabi na the more, the merrier. Kasi, pag umabot tayo ng 2.5k viewers, magkakaroon tayo ng Ward giveaway, Ward skin giveaway. Para pag 4K naman, may chroma giveaway tayo. At pag umabot tayo ng 5K, may 3 MGs na ibibigay for every 500 sa 2.5K, 4K, 500 ulit. And para sa 5K, 50 winners para sa tatlong MG.
Basically, kung nanonood ka ngayon tapos may tropa kang alam mong fan ng esports, kunwari nanonood siyang LCK, nanonood siyang NALCS, baka gusto mong tangkilikin yung sariling atin. Manood kang PGS.
Yeah.
I-link po sa kanila yung stream. Pero may gang sa top lane.
Oh! Ivan is gonna try to go on to Lando. Pero mukhang chill lang si Lando. Malapit lang naman siya sa safety ng turret niya. Pero in the midst of that, nandito na rin si parang XD-XP. Makakagang kaya siya. Masaspot nga lang siya ng ward na nakatayo galing sa IPT sa try-brush dito sa top lane.
Alam ni Susa ko to.
Pipilitin ba ni XD-XP?
Wait, alam.
Sa brush. Pero not sure. Si Suzaku medyo naglilinger pa rin. Nag-aabang ng pwedeng i-last hit na CS. Mukhang confident.
Sinasayang niya yung oras ni XD-XP.
Exactly. XD-XP just standing there looking, papasok nga ba ako?
Wag, magka-cutting muna siya.
Cutting?
I'm
Nope,
kidding, I'm kidding.
That's bad.
That's bad. Pero, gaya sinabi ko, si Suza ko doon, alam niya na nandun yung Jarvan and yung positioning niya in lane, sakto lang na pag nag-engage nga si XD-XP, makakatakbo siya. And at the same time, parang pinipressure niya na kunwari hindi ko alam. So that's a very smart play by IPT's top laner.
True. And in the midst of that, that was probably a good 30 seconds wasted by XD-XP just waiting for an opportunity. Pero nandito rin si Ivalis. Magagang ba siya kay Jaime or will he just go for camps? Looks like we'll be coming in from the backside. Go straight in onto Jaime. Jaime forced to flash away. Summoner spell down para sa LeBlanc.
Yeah, grabe si Ivalis Dalawang gank, dalawang flash na burn niya. Sobrang gandang checklist nun kung jungler ka.
Exactly.
Kasi at most, this early into the game, wala ka pang damage items. Kung ma-burn mo yung flash nung ginagank mo, malaking win na yun para sa laners mo kasi that'll mean na yung laners ng BRE, kailangan mas passive sila. Pero yung bot lane nila, hindi umaatras.
Exactly. Hate get forced to back away. Meanwhile, Liar and Shanna nag-auto-attack kay Shadow pero mukhang makatakas naman sila. Kaya lang magbaback muna tong si Hate para mag-recover ng health after makatanggap ng medyo masakit na beating galing sa bot lane ng BRE.
Yeah, lalayo muna siya. Ayaw niya masaktan. Siyempre, ganun talaga yun eh. Kailangan samahan mo ng hugot.
Exactly. So mga ganung instances lalo, nako. Pero you want to come back stronger pa rin, di ba?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out, lahat ng member ng IPT, they ran the inspiration. Lahat sila may stopwatch.
League of Stopwatch. Light forced to flash away. Pressure coming in from XD-XP as he flag and dragged in there.
Okay, so dalawang flash na burn ni Ivalis. Si XD-XP isa pa lang. Competition niya ng junglers. Para siyang minigame. Sino mas maraming flash na maburn sa unang 10 minuto?
Tingnan natin though, will that summoner spells translate to pressure for these junglers? Hopefully. Let's go ahead and see kung may makakapitalize ba ni Ivalis at ni XD-XP yung kawalan ng summoner spells into hopefully getting easier ganks in the top lane and in the mid lane.
Yeah, pero syempre, kailangan pa na abangan yun. Itong mga team na to talaga, unang 10 minutes sobrang passive nila. Pero once nagka-first blood na, hindi na sila nahihiyang pumasok na lang.
Exactly.
Parang nawawala na lahat ng hiya nila. Just go in, maglalaban tayo, and that's actually what happens. Pero the early phases, they're very, very passive. Just trying to wait. Inaantay nila magkamali yung kalaban nila eh. Nag-aabang lang dun.
Exactly. But in the midst of everything, though, let's go ahead and check out that wave pushed in onto Liar and Shanna a bit. Across the board, CS is looking pretty even for all lanes, so nobody really falling behind just yet amidst yung mga nakikita natin attempt ganks.
Actually, it's very even.
Very even indeed. Nobody's really falling behind right now. And if you're gonna think about it, probably just a little bit more towards kay Hate and Shadow, because Shadow is running Relic Shield. So if he got the last hit on all 7 of those minion takes, then that's probably a little bit more gold up for Hate.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see the pro players are on point with their last hitting.
Exactly.
And alam mo kung nanonood ka and gusto mong magaya yung level nila na last hitting, one of the things you could do is literally pumasok ka sa custom game and mag-practice ka lang mag-last hit. That's the most basic thing na kaya mong gawin kung gusto mong matuto mag-CS.
Speaking of, though, Looks like Shadow and Hate just trying to clear out the waves amidst Ivalis lingering around. Hopefully wants to go for a bait onto Liar and Shanna. Pero I wonder, Liar actually sent a skill shot sa Brush, probably trying to spot if Ivalis is there. Pero na-dodge naman ni Ivalis, so it doesn't make that distinct sound that would signal you na may tao dyan sa Brush.
Yeah, pag naka-headset ka ba naglalaro. And I think pinapahalata din ni Shadow eh. Kasi pag umabante na yung Thresh, parang pag ikaw yung bot ng BRE, oo, maabante siya. Baka nandyan yung jungler.
Something is up.
Yeah.
Something is very,
Kasi
very fishy.
alam nga namang si Hate yung lumapit dun.
Oh, meanwhile, Jaime gonna go in, gets
Walang
a lot of
flash.
damage onto Light. Pero League of Stasis ang laro ngayon. At makakatakas si Light with half his health.
Okay, so niligtas siya ng stopwatch. Kapag na-change siya ulit ni Jaime, pwede siguro makakuha ng kill dun. And I really like the focus that XDXP is showing in this mid lane. Talagang naiintindihan niya na kailangan lumamang si Jaime dito. Especially versus a Zoe. So he's sending all of his pressure in the mid lane and I think nararamdaman ni Light yun.
And if you're gonna think about it, gaya nga ng sinasabi natin kanina, Jaime is historically known for being feared on his LeBlanc. Nung collegiate, not just collegiate, even in semi-pro, ang laki ng respeto when it comes to banning out the mid laner for BRE. So, there's still that question on whether or not IPT will even allow that window of opportunity for Jaime to snowball on this champion. Because so far, sa nakikita rin natin, Ivalis has pretty much been on top of the map these past few minutes. So, very even, gaya nga ng sinasabi natin kanina. Until such time we actually see a first blood that either team could get much more value of by transitioning that into an objective. Pero, tingnan natin.
Yeah, and I want to go back to that point we were talking about before the start of the game where this matchup, para siyang panganay tsaka bunso. Where since yung IPT nga, matagal na sila sa PGS, sila yung experienced, sila yung parang mga panganay talaga. Whereas BRE, sila yung bagong team, sila yung auto-in galing sa Piltover's Finals Playoffs, and sila yung parang bunso. And as we all know, if yung mga taong may kapatid dyan, very competitive yan.
Yes.
And yung mga bunso, sila yung may gustong patunayan eh.
And that's actually a good analogy kasi BRE, being at the bottom right now, there's so much on the line right now as far as wanting to prove their worth to be in the PGS. And I think yan yung usual mindset ng karamihan ng bagong teams na pumapasok na, oo, ang biggest dream, of course, is to at least make it to the finals, make it to GPL, make it to MSI or Worlds.
To Worlds.
Pero realistically, when you're entering, you at least want to make sure that you set the groundwork during the split.
Yung tipong papasok ka sa PGS, ayaw mo yung sobrang taas ng ambitions mo. Parang realistic goals tayo. Alam na, siguro step by step muna.
Exactly.
Baby steps lang. Manalo tayo this game and then if we keep winning, maybe manalo tayo playoffs.
But you don't want to get too ahead of yourself.
Yeah, ayaw mo yung tipong papasok ka sa PGS at sabihin mo na, oh, direct to GPL kami. Ganun. Pero may gang sa top lane. But this is
Exactly,
Shanna.
Suzaku taking so much damage. CC tries to lock down Lando, but no, it's not enough with the support of Shanna. That will be first blood para sa Barcy X-Rage Esports.
Okay, so nag-roam yung Lulu top lane.
That's ang layo ng narating.
Hindi mo pa lagi nakikita yung Lulu roam top lane. Usually, but the hook.
Indeed, that's gonna be a hook onto Liar. Makakatakas ba si Liar? He's taking so much damage. League of Stasis. Masusortahan ba ni XDXP? That is a knock-up. One more in. Hate gets the kill. Will they go for XDXP? No, XDXP will back away for the meantime. So 1-for-1 across the lane. Suzaku for Liar.
Sayang yung trade na yun para sa Barcy X-Rage Esports. Si Shanna nag-roam all the way to the top lane and nabigyan niya lamang si Lando with that roam. Very proactive play from the Lulu. Pero si Liar, hindi niya nirespeto na nandun pa rin yung bot lane ng IPT. And gaya na sinabi ko, pag na-hook ka sa bot lane na to, pag na-stackan ka ng Rend, you're just gonna die.
And it's a good transition in a way kasi the moment na nagpakita si Shanna dun sa top side, that was virtually the go signal para dito kay Hate and Shadow na i-push si Liar. But meantime, looks like Jaime gonna lock into the Hextech Ultimatum. Pinipilit ni Light at ni Ivalis na i-take down. Shanna will be supporting Jaime. Shield, will he survive to tell the tale? Moment of stasis para kay Ivalis. That will be Light making it out. Ayun si Ivalis, gusto pa rin sugurin si Jaime. Pero sinusugod na rin ni Shanna. Ivalis, will he back away though? Not enough damage is taken. Jaime gets the kill.
Grabe si Shanna ngayon. Feeling ko talaga bumaba si Shanna sa week 2 performance niya.
Exactly.
Sobrang proactive. Already has the mobility boots. Talagang i-impact niya yung map. And I think this is the playstyle that she's most comfortable on. Talagang roaming around the map, impacting the rest of the team. No hesitation as well. Nag-flash para lang ma-shield yung mid laner niya. So that's a very, very proactive play. And I think with proactive plays na yan, mare-reward yung Barca X Rage Esports unless may kayang gawin yung IPT dito.
Let's go ahead, Shadow gonna get the hook onto XDXB. Take note, walang mana tong Jarvan the Fourth. Sinusugod na rin ng IPT. Are they gonna go for it? XDXB
Si Lando.
taking a lot of stacks. Here comes Lando, so from the backline, mukhang Shadow is gonna be going down. Liar gets the kill at mapapaback na tong IPT. BRE turns back to the Infernal Drake. Masesteal ba ng IPT? Mukhang malabo to. Ival is coming in from the backline, but not enough as first dragon of the game goes to Barca X Rage Esports.
Yeah, good smite right there by XDXP. Able to secure the Infernal Drake. Yung pinaka ninanasa nating lahat ng mga summoners kasi mas mataas yung damage natin pag meron tayong Infernal Drake. Pero really smart play as well from BRE. Meron silang teleport advantage yun kasi nung nag-gank sa top lane si Shanna, napilitan si Suzuko mag-TP pabalik sa lane. So that means meron teleport advantage. So if the IPT takes a fight, that means BRE will have numbers advantage and just like that, na-reward sila.
And you know, with this Infernal Drake, it's interesting kasi if you're gonna look at all the champions across the board for Barca X Rage Esports, lahat sila makaka-benefit sa buff na yun. So, it's just gonna bring all the more pain for Imperium Pro Team to deal with. And you have to take note, the solid tanky member na meron ng IPT is just the Thresh. Everyone else across the board is a little bit more on the squishier side.
Yeah, wala silang legit na tank. Parang wala silang Maokai, wala silang Sejuani figure na yung ang role talaga is mag-tank. There are champions that can build tanky. I mean, alam natin Camille that wants to dive backline can build tanky. Thresh, of course, you're playing support, but you're not the tankiest support compared to something like a Braum or a Tahm Kench. And looking at Barcy's lineup, they have the Jarvan, which will act as their tank. And given that XDXP has chosen to go Warrior Enchantment, I don't think he's building tank. Feeling ko, makakita tayong AD Jarvan ngayon. Just full-on damage, papasukin namin kayo, and we're just gonna dunk you down.
Exactly. All the more pop, sizzle, and fizz for Barca X Rage Esports. Pero tingnan natin, because from what I'm seeing here, reviewing Suzaku's items has already built up on the Proto Belt, has Haunting Guys as well. A little bit of that extra health will grant him a little bit more of that damage he can take. Just a little bit though. Kumbaga, hindi siya as solid as, let's say, if you build armor or magic resist pa rin.
Yeah, pero if you build tanky on Kennen, you're gonna be very ineffective. Especially if yung tinatry mong i-hold down is Fiora. Alam natin lahat, Fiora, very strong split pusher. Sobrang hirap i-1v1. And with Suzaku building AP, hindi ko nakikita na may kahit sinong member yung IPT na kayang tapatan si Lando 1v1 once you go split push. Because gaya ng namesake niya, Fiora is the Grand Duelist.
Exactly.
You need to bring more people, and that's a big win condition for BRE if IPT can't shut down the split push.
Tsaka kung titingnan mo rin by history, a lot of the games that Lando has won competitively is through his ability to split push, just duel, outclass anybody whenever he gets a snowball. So this is definitely a great step up from Barca X Rage Esports. Ito yung sinasabi natin na realistically, if you're not at that point na kaya mong maging flexible as far as the meta, as far as trying out new things, you want to just stick to your guns, stick to kung ano yung strengths ng team nyo. And I think that's what Barca X Rage Esports is exemplifying right now.
Oh, that was very good from Jaime. He used his clone to block the Sleepy Trouble Bomb. That was very smart play.
Exactly.
And he wins the trade. It will mean that Light will be playing a bit more passive here.
In the midst of that though, Light, small consolation, up on a little bit of CS, but then again, Jaime does have that one kill, so pretty balanced pa rin in a way.
Yeah, pero gusto ko yung sinabi mo na if you aren't comfortable sa meta, maglaro ka na lang kung saan ka komportable. And I think what that means for Barca X Rage Esports, it shows maturity. Kahit sila yung younger team, kahit sila yung may mga rookies, it shows na naiintindihan nila kung what it is to be pro.
Exactly. Well, I think it all goes down to yung respeto rin, because you don't want to shoot for the stars too much by being too ambitious, because sometimes when you reach for really far goals as far as how you want to stretch out your composition, what you want to field out, then that could be a bit trickier. So sometimes it does pay to have that restraint a bit, as we're seeing in BRE.
Yeah, kailangan humble ka din. And speaking of humble, nakausap natin yung IPT before the game, and talking to their players, even though they're one of the top teams in the PGS for a long time, they're very, very modest. Hindi sila yung tipong arrogant in a way na, uy, kayang-kaya namin to. It's more of, tinatrato nila bawat match, wala silang ina-underestimate kasi alam nila, naintindihan nila kahit sino kaya tayong talunin at anytime. So, let's just treat it as one more League of Legends game in a sense na, we'll just play our game. and
Exactly.
see if we're able to execute our game plan and win. And I really like that from pro players, showing that they're modest enough even though they're at the top level.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people can relate to that in a way. Now, if you get too cocky, let's say, or if you're not confident enough, it could pretty much mess with how you go about games. And with IPT, that's basically a good showing as to why they are the organization the organization they are today. It's because of that mentality, that mindset, that discipline as well in a way. So again, it's just really a scenario na let's go ahead and see, though, in the long run for this particular split, is this going to be the time that IPT rises back to the top?
All
and
hail?
gain back, all hail, exactly. Hashtag all hail. Pero you still can't discount BRE here. Because from what I'm seeing here, it's a pretty good showing. It's definitely a good step up. It was quite messy during week 1 and week 2. Slightly cleaner going into week 3. Not perfect, but definitely a step up that you have to give kudos to regardless.
Yeah, and now that we're moving into the mid game, it has been a bit slower. Less ganks have been coming out from both junglers. And actually, IPT has a goal lead because Suzuku is able to take down first turret in the top lane. So that's the only reason why IPT is ahead in global gold. But as far as members individually, I think mataas din yung gold na meron sa BRE.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slowdown that we're seeing here. I mean, after we hit past 10 minutes...
Oh my god.
Wow, the damage coming in from Light though, masakit beshi. Jaime will be forced to back away.
Feeling ko naramdaman ni Jaime yun eh. Parang tinapik siya. Tinamaan siya
Isang masakit na tapik.
isang masakit na tapik. Hindi pa siya hindi siya namatay, so tapik lang.
Parang, meanwhile though, IPT gonna get a push onto this mid lane. So support na ni Suzaku will try to get all the auto attacks and teleport coming in
XDXP.
from Jaime for the defense. XDXP, all eyes coming in from the backline. But in the midst of that, Jaime actually gets the stun. Here comes XDXP. Ang target nila si Suzaku. Are they gonna go for it though? XDXP and Jaime, they're very, very low. Ooh, gets sniped down by Light. But here comes Lyre and Shana. You may have gotten an XDXP, but we're gonna take you down. Suzaku, is he gonna look for re-engage? Though mukhang kasama na rin niya si Ivalis dito sa mid lane. Take note, Lando is still in the top side, joined by Shadow. So mukhang defense muna si IPT. Defense the turret. So no further takes from BRE.
Yeah, grabe yung proactiveness ng bot lane ng Barca XRH Esports. They're always looking toward that room, trying to support their team. But looking back at how they were able to win the first parts of that fight, Light put his Sleepy Trouble directly behind the turret. And if you're not familiar with this mechanic yet, if you teleport to a turret, you're always gonna appear on the side that's farther from the enemy base. So saktong-sakto, paglapag ni Jaime doon, tumama kagad yung sleep. So that means he'll be forced back. So walang instant follow-up kay XDXP once he goes for the EQ combo in Jarvan. So very smart understanding of the game from IPT's mid laner.
In the midst of that, though, we're looking at IPT. Gaya nga ng sinasabi mo kanina. With this stalemate that we've reached, it has been slowing down, except for the most recent action that we saw from mid lane. But yeah, still leaning towards IPT as far as gold lead, regardless of the kills, translating to a 2-4 difference. So could be attributed to, as Chisto mentioned, First Blood. Not to mention, look at the CS differences between Light and Hate in comparison sa counterparts nila sa BRE. 186 to 163, a little bit smaller, but 224 to 187, that's a little bit of a bigger difference. Plus the fact that you have to account that Shadow has the support item that whenever he gets those last hit as well, heal and extra gold for Hate.
Yeah, and now looking at this game, Dragon is available for BRE if they want to take it. IPT, alam nila to. They know the Dragon is up, and I think BRE will just be happy to secure this Scuttler. That will mean na hindi masisweep yung vision nila in that area, but man, nahihirapan si Jaime dito.
Jaime tries to get a trade onto Light, but the damage is just too much. Bago pa makaset ng full combo si Jaime, just that one snipe from Light is enough to force the LeBlanc to back away.
Yeah, kailangan mo talaga respetuhin yung damage ng Paddle Star si Zoe kasi, man, that deals a lot of damage still.
Exactly.
Regardless of the recent nerfs in the previous patches to Zoe, she's still very, very strong if you're able to land your damage.
Meanwhile, looks like BRE, IPT not going to be contesting this Dragon take. Second rank of the game, Mountain, goes to Barca XRH Esports.
It's pretty good for them, actually.
Yeah.
It will help them, especially Lando and a split pusher. You want to take down towers even faster, but the way the game has progressed, even though BRE have been the team that have taken the Dragons, they haven't been able to take any towers.
Let's go ahead and talk about eventual scaling. Kasi sa mga past games na nakikita natin sa PTS, we've been, naalala mo may, nung bagong pasok ng season, sa LVL tsaka LCS. Sobrang short na mga games.
Yes.
Because of how fast-paced things are. Pero we've reached a point ulit na I'll have to hold off their Chisa for the meantime. Looks like XDXB Cataclysm onto Shadow. Beryl finds himself locked in to deal with Iblis as well. The rest of BRE, they're going to be responding. Lyre and Shanna, that will force the teleport off of Suzaku and Lando. Suzaku goes in. Light gets the kill onto Jaime in the mid lane. But in the midst of that, looks like this could be a potential cleanup. 3 members of BRE are already down. Mukhang kailangan magbacktong si XDXB and Lando in what ends in a 1-for-3 in favor of Imperium
1
Pro
for 3
Team.
nga lang ba?
Oh, almost.
Wow, okay. So, mukhang nakuryente si Lyre, si Shanna at si Jaime doon. Sobrang lakas ng burst nung Ken, especially this early into the game. Wala pa kayo nung Locket, wala pa kayong magic resistance na built up, and these are all the squishy members. They all got destroyed by the Slicing Maelstrom. Just really well executed turnaround by IPT.
And with that turnaround, that actually is a good segue into my question. Because IPT, they've been waiting this out later into the game. Who does have that advantage as far as composition?
I think I'd have to favor BRE's comp.
Ah.
I mean, individually, I think they scale better, but as a group, it's up to IPT if they're able to get the jump on them.
We'll go ahead and see though. Lando on the chase, but in. Tries to dodge around. Will sleep. Or actually,
gusto ni
uses the
XDXB.
riposte to avoid the drowsiness.
Yeah, pero gaya nga na sinabi mo tungkol sa late game, may abot na point dito na magkakaroon na ng Locket yung BRE, magkakaroon sila ng Redemption possibly, and they're gonna be able to mitigate all of the damage coming from the AoE of the cannon. Pero malayo pa sila doon. Ang prioritize na bilhin ni Shanna is yung Mikhail's Crucible. I think it's for the Drowsy. I think. Pero, yun nga, in this mid-game, Leandry's Torment, Proto Belt on the cannon, kakatahin ka lang yan. Mukuryente kayo.
Exactly. And with what I'm seeing here, Suzaku's next item gonna go straight for the Zhonya's Hourglass. So a little bit more of staying power once he does go for initiates with that moment of stasis.
Gusto niya dun siya.
Yeah, dun lang siya. Chill lang sa gitna.
Ito yung full version ng stopwatch. Yan yung yung stopwatch parang trial version lang yan. Hindi pa puno yung features niya.
Yun yung mga 30-day trial. Tapos pag nagamit mo.
Pag nagamit, wala na. Itong Zhonya's, yan yung full version. Lahat ng features na unlock mo na.
Well, alam ko maraming nakaka-relate dyan pagdating sa, naku, basta yung trial ko, sayang. Kailangan ko nang bilhin yung full. Pero anyway, looking at things here, still, it's interesting because even with BRE getting 2 dragons, the fact of the matter is IPT able to build up the goal difference through other aspects like turrets. Jaime, he's on the run. Deeper pursuit ng IPT. Pero past the 20-minute mark na nga tayo, sinastart ng establish ng IPT yung control nila sa Baron side.
I think yung BRE, they're just stalling till that point of the game na hindi na kayang i-1v1 ni Suzaku si Lando. Because that's the major win condition for BRE. They need to be able to pressure with the split push from Fiora, and Lando, nag-aabang! Laban, go, go, go!
This is the test right here. Suzaku gonna try to make his way out of there. Pero patuloy pa rin ang hinahabol ni Lando. Lando not able to repulse that stun right there. Pero patuloy pa rin. Medyo masakit. Si Lando ngayon, just a few more hits. Suzaku might be going down. Suzaku trying to speed his way though. Here comes Light coming in from the backline to salvage his teammate. Just one more hit. Lando gets the kill. Now on a killing spree, but IPT, galit sila. They want to get vengeance on Lando. Here comes Jaime from the backline. Lando actually gets the knockup. Shut down by hit. And that will be the rest of Barcy X Rage Esports, bringing the pain to Imperium Pro Team. Hit, just managing to kite around. Looks like Shadow in the midst of the party as well. Ivalis gets the kill onto Shanna. This will be quite the turnaround. Barcy X Rage Esports, they're trying to run, but Liar, he wants to try to at least avenge a few more of his teammates.
Liar?
Double kill for Liar. The rest of IPT, they're actually quite low as well. That skill shot actually hits, and that will be the ace. That will be the cleanup by Imperium Pro Team.
What a turnaround from IPT. Akala ko kayang ubusin Larian, pero just at the end, tumama yung sleepy trouble bubble ni Light, and that really sealed the fight for IPT. But man, looking at how all that started, sinabi ko, inaabangan ng BRE yung point na hindi na kayang i-1v1 ni Suzaku si Lando. And right there, nag-stasis si Suzaku, na miss time ni Lando yung Q niya, so he wasn't able to take down Suzaku that fast. And BRE, I think they could have possibly gone for a Baron instead of trying to save their top laner, and questionable decisions right there it's IPT that actually comes out on top of the team fight.
Exactly, in the midst of that, looks like Parsex Rage Esports magsa-start na silang isalvage ng onte yung fight na yun by establishing their own control over the upper side of the map. But then again, look at the vision coverage by Imperium Pro Team. They're on top of everything. Let's go ahead and check out the replay though.
Yeah, and this is all starts, nag 1v1 nga si Lando, pero just at the end, nag-stasis, yung full version ng stopwatch, na miss time ni Lando yung Q niya. Hindi pumasok kagad yung damage and hindi nag-cooldown ng mabilis. So that means Suzaku buys enough time for the rest of IPT to arrive. And kahit nauna yung BRE dito, they aren't able to focus down Light, which is a real key target for Barcy X-Rage Esports. And just like that, IPT are able to turn it around. Once Evilis arrives, there's gonna be enough lockdown as well. Liar not enough damage onto the key targets, just gets focused down here, and really the key target was this. The sleep bubble landed onto Liar. He actually stepped on it.
Exactly. And it's such a shame because a lot of the work, a lot of the success that IPT saw sa clash na yon, ang Mataho actually nakafocus kay Light, was able to land skill shots, and it was great because as soon as BRE made it towards the bot side, oh, I'll have to hold off that thought right there though. Baron attempt by Imperium Pro Team here. Looks like hinay muna sila.
Okay, ganito yung situation. If you're IPT, you're gonna want Light to land a bubble or for Shadow to land a hook. Get a pick up and possibly transition into the Baron because hindi na kayang i-1v1 ni Suzaku si Lando. Lando has extreme pressure on IPT right now if he's able to split push. So now Baron na tinitignan nila. If IPT goes to a 4v4 versus Barca X-Rage Esports, it's very dangerous for them. They need the damage coming from the AoE of Kennen.
Exactly.
Pero nobody can 1v1 Lando. So, naharap ka sa matinding decision. And just like that, IPT, what decision will you make?
Man, we'll just have to see, man, because so far, Imperial Pro Team definitely starting to pick up the speed. We see attempts of fight from Barcy X-Rage Esports, pero syempre, at the end of the day, you have to look at the results, and most of these fights have been tilting towards the favor of Imperium Pro Team.
You don't want to say tilting. Masama yan para sa players. Alam mo, may caster curse talaga eh. Yung tipong kakasama yung wala pang namamatay, biglang may first blood, hindi sila maglalaban, biglang may maglaban, tapos now sasabihin mo tilting? That's really bad for both teams, and you don't want to impose a curse on them.
Maybe. We'll just have to see if it actually holds any bearing, though. But IPT will be going for their first dragon of the game. No way. BRE gonna make a contest. And nakita nga natin in that moment of the fog, there's not really as much vision control from BRE. And it's such a shame because in the early game, they were on top of that. We saw a lot of fluidity with how they maneuvered across the map. Pero with the setback, they're starting to slow down. And it's not the type of slowing down just because of where they're at right now with the stats. Pero even in terms of the vision, medyo nagsa-start ng mag-dwindle in comparison to earlier na it was looking pretty bright for BRE.
Sobrang tense na nung game na to. We're nearing that 30-minute mark where either team are looking at the Baron, and whoever wins the fight near that area can possibly win the game. I really think that it will all come down to whoever wins the next Baron fight. And siya na kailangan mo mag-ingat. Ayaw mo mag-face check sa lineup ng IPT na mag-isa ka lang.
Oh, he has to be careful. Very, very squishy. And actually, that was what I was trying to point out earlier. Kaya nakafocus ako kay Light. Was able to get Shanna earlier on during the fight. Kaya a lot of protection was lost in the fight for BRE. But Lando, it's like just gonna go for the wave instead.
Gusto ko talaga sila makita mag 1v1.
Lando versus Suzaku.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really good.
I mean, in all fairness, I'd have to agree with you. We have quite the abundance of talented top laners in the PGS. But okay, Ivalis trying to go for Jaime there. That will be a turret for Imperium Pro Team. But Lando as well is able to get a turret. Pero ito na yung 1v1 inaabangan ni Chisto. Lando versus Suzaku. Moment of stasis para kay Suzaku. Will Lando be able to pursue? That's a lot of damage. And Suzaku just one more hit and Lando takes him down.
Yeah, gaya nga na sinabi ko, ito ang win condition ng Barcy X-Rage Esports. Pag hindi na kayang i-1v1 ni Suzaku si Lando, mapapili ka, ano ba gagawin namin? Do we contest Baron? Do we deal with this Fed Fiora? And now, inhibitor down. IPT, anong pipiliin nyo dito? BRE, they're taking the Baron. You have to do something.
Looks like Light gonna be on the defense with Lando, but teleport will be coming in from Lando to respond to the members of IPT that are trying to contest this Baron. IPT, they're lingering out. That will be a hook onto Lando, but Lando takes the damage like a champ right there, coming in from the backline. Ivalis gets the snipe right away onto Shana. Lando taking so much damage. Gets a lot of stacks from Hate. Looks like Lyra as well, forced to deal with 3. Make that 4 members of IPT, but IPT comes up on top in a 3-for-1.
Oh my, that was so messy. Napakagulo ng laban na yun. 4 bars extra. They started the Baron and now it's only Jaime and Lando left to defend. Can IPT push for what could be the game here? Let's see.
And take note, Suzaku on top of salvaging, making sure that nothing pushes in onto their base, while IPT, the rest of IPT, pushes in onto taking an inhibitor turret. Lando, look at the damage though onto Shadow. He wants to go in. He wants to salvage this turret. Gets the kill onto the support of Miriam Protein, but at the cost of his life, he goes down. Teleport coming in from Suzaku. Pipilitin ba ng IPT to? Looks like that won't be a necessary teleport from Suzaku. Let's go ahead and see what value IPT will be getting out of this though.
Oh, that's the XP. He has Duskblade. Gusto niya talaga mag-dunk. But IPT, they're looking to secure vision around this Baron area. And speaking of securing Baron, they have Kalista. And nakita na natin palagi competitive, whatever. Kalista can secure Baron very, very. It's very hard to get a smite steal from a Kalista unless sira yung E niya sa keyboard.
Oh man, though, we'll just have to see. This is the unfortunate thing right here, because I think it's a given with the strengths that BRE has. Medyo na-expect ko na they'll definitely be able to go head-to-head with IPT or even have their shining moments. It's just that bumabalik pa rin tayo sa question na how BRE performs into the mid and late game, lalo pag hindi siya yung sobrang pag hindi pabor sa kanila yung game. If it's like an evened out game, or even let's say pag in the lead yung kalaban, how does BRE fare with this type of duress on their side?
Yeah, and I think that's where experience comes in. I think dun talaga lumalabas yun. Pero speaking of BRE playing from behind, during week 1 versus Naga,
True.
we saw them exploit mistakes made by Naga roster, and
That's
they
true.
almost complete the comeback. So we know historically, even though they're new, but alam natin BRE, kaya nilang mag-mount ng mga comeback dito, but it's still about execution. Kailangan
True.
pa rin nilang tapusin, kompletuhin. Hindi yung pwedeng pakalahati ka lang pupunta doon, tapos biglang titigil ka, susuko ka na. No, if you're BRE, you can't do that. Kailangan kompletuhin natin ng comeback.
You have to try to fight those fights in almost near perfection. There's still those small minor details in how BRE has team fighted that could have been improved on. Kaya there's instances na some members go down earlier than they should because of taking skill shots from life, but we'll just have to see how this goes. Looks like Jaime gets a few auto attacks onto the turret, pero not
Pero
quite enough.
LeBlanc siya eh. I mean, kailan pa nagka-damage yung auto-attacks ni LeBlanc?
Exactly.
Mukha bang AD yan? Hindi naman eh. So,
No.
mas prefer ko si Lyre yung nag-right-click sa tower. Seryoso.
Duh.
Duh.
With the AD carry, or at least Lando. At least Lando.
Yeah, at least Lando.
Either of those two. Just
But it's
not.
fine.
Just don't trust LeBlanc. Ooh, look at the damage though onto Jaime. Medyo sumasakit lalo tong
Kinalabit
sila.
na naman.
Exactly. Oh, Hate though. That will be the knockup onto Lando. Here comes Ivalis as well. 3 members of IPT, and that will be the full lockdown. I don't think Lando will make it out alive. Hextech ultimatum to make sure that he can chase down Hate, and Ivalis gets the kill.
Oh, ang laking pickup nun onto the most fed member of BRE, and wala na yung split pusher ng Barca X-Rage Esports. Sinasabi ko kanina, si Lando yung nagpe-pressure, wala na siya. What can IPT take from this? There's Baron, there are towers, there are inhibitors. There's possibly the game right in their faces, but now they're looking to take the Baron, and gaya na sinabi ko, sobrang hirap agawin ng Baron sa Kalista. Anong kayang gawin ni XDX? They're giving it up.
Looks like they will have to give it up.
BRE!
And IPT,
Why?
they're going to be taking down this Baron right here. Look at those stacks coming in right up. Not even vision. They'll be contenting themselves instead with a Dragon. Pero this is going to be massive for Imperium Pro Team with the Baron secured. It's only a matter of time. Will BRE make it within the next few minutes? Malalaman natin yan.
They didn't challenge the Baron. Binayaan lang nila yung IPT. Yeah, and now they're gonna be forced to defend versus a Baroned up IPT, and that's very hard to do if you're Barca X-Rage Esports.
Exactly. We're just going to have to see how BRE will fare within these next few minutes. Very crucial to, because IPT, with the experience that they have, if BRE doesn't play their cards right over the next few minutes, ang laking value ng napo-foresee kung pwedeng makuha ng IPT, probably a full clear out onto the inhibitors of BRE depending on how this goes down.
Yeah, and I think ang call ng IPT, type nyo sa team chat, tara OM na tayo. Because all of them are mid, except si Suzaku, because he has TP.
Yeah.
He can get to those fights.
And, I mean, if you're gonna think of it, IPT, as long as they could get a lockdown onto one member, it's just a slow collapse from there for Barca Esports. Oh, that's gonna be dangerous for Jaime right there. Luckily, the clone once again able to catch that skill shot. But look at the damage, IPT just shredding through the inhibitor turret. That will be an inhibitor as well. Jaime gets the drowsy once again. Kailangan mag-ingat ng Barca Esports pero hinahinay mo na itong IPT. They're gonna transition potentially to a different lane. Medyo naglilinger sila dito sa bottom side jungle ng Barca Esports. Will be going for the turret towards bot lane.
Magtutok ng skill shots sila. Parang halos lahat ng bubble na binabato niya papunta kay Jaime. Natatapakan ni Jaime. It's just very unfortunate for Barca Esports kasi Jaime has to dash in and really try and chain someone or poke someone down.
Exactly.
Chunk aslib lang. Pero Light just immediately shuts that down. And what you have to do if you want to deal with a team that's sieging against you, kailangan nyo mag-engage. Pero tignan mo yung lineup nila. They have Varus to possibly go for a long range. They have a Jarvan that will instantly die if he goes in because he built full AD. Oh no, Jaime!
Oh man, Jaime just gets fully locked down. That's not where you want to be, my friend. And that will be IPT gladly taking advantage of that. That's going to be another inhibitor turret. Inhibitor will be taken down as well. And this leaves BRE quite vulnerable. Mukhang pipilitin ng Imperium Pro Team na tapusin ang game na to. Kaya bang depensahan ng BRE? 4 na members lang. Take note, Jaime. 36 seconds pa bago siya makabangon at makatulong sa mga kapwa BRE niya. That's Nexus turret number 1. Nexus turret number 2. Lyra throws out crowd control. BRE a lot of hesitation to try to even defend. Imperium Pro Team goes straight for the Nexus. There's a few more hits, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the game. Game 1 of match 1 goes to Imperium Pro Team. Hashtag all hail.
I'm speechless. Barca, they just forgot how to defend. Just right at the end. They hesitated so much.
It was somewhat anticlimactic. You thought that there would at least be that fight from Barca X-Rage Esports, pero just left that Nexus for dead.
I'm really questioning the decision to not go in. I mean, even if you're in the losing situation, you have to do something. Kailangan nyo bumawi. And why wouldn't you go in?
I mean, let's go ahead and...
It's your only choice.
Let's go ahead and talk about what went wrong for Barca X-Rage Esports. Because gaya nga nang pinapoint out ko kanina nung early game, they were actually performing quite well. I was actually surprised na kahit papano, showed some fight in them, was able to work around the map. Nakita natin yung mga kakaibang malayong nararating ni Shanna. Kumbaga, from Taft to North Ave yung ginawa niya. From bot to top lane. Pero, what do you think, Chisto? Towards the mid and late game, what went shaky for BRE?
Hesitation. They just didn't pull the trigger on any of their setup plays. And just at the end, when Lando got picked off in the 3v1, I think that really sealed their fate. Because their sole win condition was Lando split pushing for days. And umabot nga sila sa point na hindi na kayang i-1v1 ni Suzaku. And the experience from IPT, pinakita nila na hindi nga kaya ni Suzaku. So, ba't natin iliiwan sa 1v1? Gawin nating 3v1.
Exactly.
And if you're the Grand Duelist, you're only useful in 1v1s. Kapag tatlo na yun, basic math. 3 is better than 1. So, simple win conditions.
Exactly. And it's funny because we didn't really see Lando in that role wherein he got a lot of value through his endeavors in solo lanes. But let's talk about IPT naman because that was absolutely beautiful. To be honest, a lot of these fights, nakatutok yung mata ko parati kay Light because his excellence in landing those skill shots, probably one of the best Zoes I've seen in the BGS so far. Sa mga gumamit so far,
Parang yung tipong point-and-clicking abilities niya.
Exactly.
It's like that kind of accuracy coming from Light, and that's really good. That's really what you need if you want to win on Zoe. So, of course, this is still a best of 3. Pwede pang bumawi ang BRE if they want to get more points. Or, let's wonder, kaya ba ng IPT na gawing malinis na 2-0 to? We will be taking a short break first though. We have been your shoutcasters. My name is Chisto, not Cheetos, at kasama ko si Arctic. We'll be right back.
XDXB, take note, walang mana tong Jarvan the 4th. Sinusugot na rin ng IPT. Are they gonna go for it? XDXB
Lando
taking a lot of stacks. Here comes Lando, so from the backline, mukhang Shadow is gonna be going down. Liar gets the kill. At sa Jaime actually gets the stun. Here comes XDXB. Ang target nila si Suzaku. Are they gonna go for it though? XDXB and Jaime, they're very, very low. Oh, gets sniped down by Light. But here comes Liar and Shana. You may have gotten an XDXB, but we're gonna I'll have to hold off there, Chisa, for the meantime. Looks like XDXB Cataclysm onto Shadow. Barrel finds himself locked in to deal with Iblis as well. The rest of BRE, they're gonna be responding. Liar and Shana. That will force the teleport off of Suzaku and Lando. Suzaku goes in. Light gets the kill onto Jaime in the mid lane. But in the midst of that, looks like this could be a potential cleanup. 3 members of BRE are already down. Mukhang kailangan mag-back going down. Suzaku trying to speed his way though. Here comes Light coming in from the backline to salvage his teammate. Just one more hit. Lando gets the kill. Now on a killing spree, but IPT, galit sila. They want to get vengeance on Lando. Here comes Jaime from the backline. Lando actually gets the knockup, shut down by Hit. And that will be the rest of Barcy X Rage Esports, bringing the pain to Imperium Pro Team. Hit just managing to kite around. Looks like Shadow in the midst of the party as well. Ivalis gets the kill onto Shana. This will be quite the turnaround. Barcy X Rage Esports, they're trying to run. But Liar, he wants to try to at least avenge a few more of his teammates. Double kill for Liar. But the rest of IPT, they're actually quite low as well. That skill shot actually hits, and that will be the ace. That will be the clean. Lando. But Lando takes the damage like a champ right there, coming in from the backline. Ivalis gets the snipe right away onto Shana. Lando taking so much damage. Gets a lot of stacks from Hate. Looks like Liar as well, forced to deal with 3. Being that 4 members of IPT, but IPT comes up on top in the 3-for-1. Well, and this leaves BRE quite vulnerable. Mukhang pipilitin ng Imperium Pro Team na tapusin ang game na to. Kaya bang depensahan ng BRE? 4 na members lang. Take note, Jaime. 36 seconds pa bago siya makabangon at makatulong sa mga kapwa BRE niya. That's Nexus turret number 1. Nexus turret number 2. Liar throws out crowd control. BRE a lot of hesitation to try to even defend. Imperium Pro Team goes straight for the Nexus. There's a few more hits, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the game. Game 1 of match 1 goes to Imperium Pro Team. Hashtag all hail.
I'm speechless.